This could be Rise of the Rookies for race 2 of WSTC at Interlagos in the broad daylight. And it is going to be your 10th place man. Carlos Palou is now on pole. What a rookie start that we're going to be in store for us right now. Alongside him is going to be Kazuki Ide, the other rookie in Toyota's rookie season, looking promising indeed. This is Adrian Michael Rees for your WSTC TV coverage alongside Christian Shepherd. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
This looks spicy, especially if you've got rookies on the front row, especially if you've got some debut cars on the front row as well in the Chrome Royale. Here go the lights, and what a start from the Toyotas, both of them. They're going to be down the inside already. It is worth mentioning that these are rear-wheel drive cars compared to the fronties that are in the Focus, the Honda, the Scirocco behind them, and what a clean getaway for Kazuki Ide and Palou, both of them. Butchers, they were second and fourth, they're first and third. Game on. Turn 4 coming up, and the Crocodile is heading towards it. And there's Palou down the inside already. And similar to his first race antics, a little bit wide, a little bit naughty on Ide there. There's Rydell back up to third again. And the swarm comes into the infield. All as one.
Showing is some incredible top speeders again. Just crawled himself right up to Ide and just took the lead. Of course, a little bit of outbreaking himself there. Used Ide on the inside.
Once we get into a bit more of a calm time, we need to focus on those Tamias at some point. Highlight an excellent job they're doing compared to season 1, especially showing up the factory Honda effort down the inside there of Nielsen there. Already back into position from race 1. Kobayashi in the works Honda, so Ide. And it's lap 1. The front row have pretty much nailed on lap 1. Let's see what they'll do for the rest of the race. Let's see what the Crocodile is doing, though, further back. We've got Gasho in 7th. We've got Wirtz, having won the race, starting to make some headway. 2 places already after the start. Here comes Butch down the inside. Oh, Rydell is already there. Lap 1 complete.
Exactly, rookies at the front there. They got themselves off to a fantastic time. Little scrap, both still in first and second place. Thompson has gained himself a position from the start as well.
So it's as you were for P11 below, and Fisichella down the inside for turn 4. Duma in the DHL car, taking over from Webber, who had such a strong showing last season. The BMW took them on board, but let's see what they can do to clean up the errors and sins of race 1. Wittmann and Fisichella now, the first time we've seen them together. Race 1 was a little bit disappointing for the Italian factory effort. Hello, down the inside goes Sophia Schneider of Dumas there, so obviously they've took stock, they need to make some adjustments. We'll get it energized, let's see what happens. Okay, Dumas back down the inside there. What a good look at Interlagos in the summer.
Calmer affair than race 1, possibly because they can see they can see what's in front of them.
Butcher up third already.
Oh, just a little bump there from Palou, just getting his elbows out again.
He did hit the fastest lap, but then all of a sudden Gasho in the Renault had nipped that off him. Still early days yet for the 2 points. Stand corrected from earlier, it's 30 points for the win, so that's 32 points for your race 1 winner, Nico Wirtz.
Again, just getting the elbows out. Seems to be the way to try and get past around in turn 4. Doesn't pull it off. Nielsen keeps 4th place. Kurtz has got himself right back up there.
He's got work to do. He won the first race. He's going to feel cheated if that's going to be the rules for every second race. You do need to keep it close, and obviously it's bringing some level of excitement already because you've got rookies on the front, but not a bad showing in the first couple of laps to get up to P6.
Ide has managed to get himself past.
Yeah, there was a bit of a traffic jam down the exit of the Duck's Beak.
It was indeed. Just very wide going out of the hairpin there.
Yep, and there's
and
Ide.
Then gets the door shut on him. Yep, so completely closed the door on Hello to make sure that he doesn't get back at him going into the final few corners of this lap.
So this would be a promising.
Does seem to be the problem with the Fords at the moment. Very, very, very good top speed. Seems to outbrake themselves, possibly chronic oversteer.
I thought Toyota did a good job in race 1. Look what they're doing in race 2. Reverse grid, perhaps would it be like this if it wasn't? Here comes Butcher, braking area to look forward to, and still behind Palou. Whilst we're on board with Nico Wirtz, this is going to be a good showing as well. What a drive. He's got the fastest lap already, but Rydell not taking no for an answer, but he's on the outside of the Curva de Sol. Yep, has to resign the position. That Scirocco is flying.
Very much like the Ford has a fantastic top speed, it seems, at least going down the straights.
Wide goes one of the Reynolds, that's Gasho.
Yellow's just slipped himself into 8th place as well.
Got a bit of a split further down. But that is pretty much the divide between the top. Oh, hello, there goes Nico.
Nielsen just slipped himself
Nielsen,
inside there.
Yeah. Nielsen on Butcher.
Butcher, he had the inside line, and he should close the door.
There's a price to pay if Nico Wirtz. Yep, Nick. Oh, hello. Yep, he's done it.
Oh, something happened with Nielsen there. Is he
another exit
down?
Yeah, another exit from the Duck's Beak, and it's caused an almighty traffic jam. Held up Nico Wirtz, and all of a sudden, Gasho's gone. Thank you very much.
I don't know what appeared to happen is it seems that they had a slight loss of power there. They just didn't get any drive going out of that corner.
It's almost like a stock car race at the exit of the jump car. Look at them, too wide.
Indeed.
It's not a safety car restart.
Gasho is now going to try to be looking for the top 3. That's up to yourself for the top positions there, being in 3rd place. Aiello's now to 7th with all this has been going on.
Here goes Nico Wirtz. What is going to stop him, apart from an undercut from Gordon Butcher?
Where we'll see if the Scirocco's got that drive. It does, just has that grip. And is able to then apply it all the way down the straights.
And there's Nielsen. There's now something to grab onto, that slipstream off the back of the crown. Down the inside.
Very clean overtake. And,
you say that there was a little bit of touch in there, and then of course Aiello's got something to work with too. Unfortunately, it looks like Butcher's starting to hit the that tree again, hitting branches there all the way down. Ide still in the lead, looking very good, and it's just a sort of almost like an endless cycle. One mistake, he's fallen down a position, hasn't got the right line for that turn, and all of a sudden there's the Tamiya Honda cars. It's going to be worth mentioning that even though they are, look at that for a sandwich, almost down to the Junkow, these Tamiya cars are putting the factory team. You can see the number 7, that's Kobayashi, that's Thompson's car. This is not the factory output. They're putting the factory team to shame, having not been there at all last season.
There seems to be a concertina effect with the drivers at the moment who are stuck down the grid. We saw in Thompson in the previous race there. seem to have lost the flow, and they start to crawl further and further down the grid. And Suarez is looking to try and take on Thompson, speaking of which. And the same has
Second
happened to
race.
Butcher, who's about to drop down to 9th place.
Second race for Suarez, so he's got still, I mean, the fact that he was 5th, but he's now fallen back outside the top 10, obviously still has points, but a bit of a shame that he didn't, like, if he was in...
Gotcha, getting a little push there from Willett.
A little bit.
Palau's got the lead back from eBay.
Yeah, there he is.
That Ford must have some incredible pace coming out of the corners to be able to keep getting past down the straights.
Obviously, we were too enamoured with the Tamiya team to see the Palou lead, and as Ide now got Gasho, Gasho's meaning business once again. Another podium slot potentially, but then Nico Wirtz, it's almost like the reverse grid didn't happen if he's in 4th now.
We're very lucky with Inson as a happy in front of him, as mentioned before, also, and as well with Butcher.
Which is Bagsy the fastest lap after lap 5. Of course, with the traffic jam in front of him, it's going to be interesting to see who's got the fastest lap for this particular leg of the journey. Ide.
Quite a little look there to make Palou nervous.
The slipstream is on. The inside. He was checking his inside wing mirror there, but there was nobody there because Gasho was. Oh, hello, here we go.
We're very understeering to turn 1, 2, and 3.
Low with the altar, almost like the steering was made out of jelly there for some reason. Gasho looking to capitalise if these two smash into each other, but he's got Wirtz meaning business all behind him as well. You can see that in his own mirror. Look at that. Down the inside, Ide has lost P2. Gives Gasho a tap on the back of the car. In Ide almost in disgust. He's
further back as Wirtz slipped himself, tried to slip himself to 3rd place.
Yeah, Nico Wirtz couldn't get on the outside there with good reason. It's a little bit much more work for him to do when it wasn't possible, especially with the rear-wheel drive of this particular Toyota.
Just showing a little bit of
Hello, wide again.
Indeed he was. It's much tighter at the front than it was in the previous race, so very much line of stern possibly wasn't back to 8th place.
I'm also keeping an eye on those clouds. Something is brewing in the skies above Sao Paulo.
Just trying to get it back up by yellow. Dropped from 3rd place.
We'll have to check it with the weatherman shortly.
He's just settled himself down after losing 2nd place. As Gasho looks on the inside of Palou.
Just a quick look at the radar. We are looking promising for the end of the race. There's no precipitation heading this way, but here comes Ide for the lead again.
Doesn't quite grab it for 2nd place. Palou's really having issues with his brakes.
And with it being reverse grid, the crocodile is potentially on as we've just gone past halfway. But that humidity just looks more threatening than it actually is. It's just going to be a little bit cooler for the final knockings of this race 2 of the World Super Touring Championship. Crocodile meanders on through the infield.
Experiencing something of a Constantino effect, which is they're running with each other currently at the moment.
There's Butcher now in 9th of all places.
He's got 8th place. It's a very lovely overtake there from Kobayashi.
Suarez in the top 10. He's got that's got to be Thompson's in 11th. The Alphas are still not necessarily knocking on the door, they just seem to be hanging outside there, waiting for someone to let them in, but obviously you're going to have to put the effort in, and the same has to be said still for the factory BMW effort. It is very much certain that this is going to be looked at to the guys in
Fastest lap by Swim.
Absolutely, that's come out of nowhere. The privateer Mazda has managed to slip that one in. And speaking of slipping something in that wasn't necessary, there's Palou with one of the more dangerous moves we've seen all weekend. I know Gasho's not going to like that, but E-Day might like that one very nicely indeed, if that's going to be more damage to Palou's car before the end of the race. 6 to go.
Very naughty move there from Palou.
It certainly was.
Possibly a little bit of a rush of blood to the head there, considering that they are fighting for first place, being rookies of the season.
We're not necessarily at altitude down here in Sao Paulo. It was a light-headed move from Palou.
It certainly was. I don't notice that Ford is just still struggling with its understeer.
A little bit of a look.
His teammates very far down the order from the last looks as well, so he's quite shy of his teammates trying to get to the line.
Hats off to the camera work, hats off to the picture quality we're getting from these cameras here at Interlagos as well. Here's Nico Wirtz behind all of this, looking to make mincemeat of these rookies. Speaking of, what's going on here? Let's have a look at that again. So here's Palou, braking area for turn 1. Zigash will get on the inside of E-Day in the mirrors there. Here's Wirtz once again.
Just again, it's either outbreaking or it's just not
Palou's wide. Gasho managing to almost, he did not get second, but he's certainly losing in third already. There it goes. Wirtz back on the podium, almost. Braking area for turn 4. We've been seeing a lot of them going wide, and that's happened again. There's E-Day back in the lead. Palou's mistakes from earlier have come back to haunt him.
Definitely does seem to be a car trouble. I mean, close, clearly showing the talent here, but unfortunately there seems to be those braking issues or chronic amounts of understeering going into the performance, especially the hairpins.
We're not keeping, whilst it's not a podium double, it's a very promising points double for them being close together like that. Constructors' points looking very good indeed. Nielsen going to cling on to those McGanns as well.
Just saying that Aiello looked like he went a bit behind as well.
We are into the final third of this race. Tyres, having done effectively as 2 races worth, this is where it's going to be, where those have conserved the entire run should be aiming to capitalise, and this is just a bizarre sight to see. So many teams doing well last season that have all of a sudden took a massive dent in their performance. The Duma Privateer BMW that Webber was racing last year has just outshone both of the BMWs, just like Webber outshone last season.
Teammate, showing it's a very stark difference between 2nd and 19th.
Absolutely, I think we've missed something there. It shouldn't be that far down, but not to worry. Here's E-Day still looking to defend for Palou, but there's a little bit of a gap now because Wirtz has now got podium position.
That's the fastest lap.
It has once again, so it'd be interesting to see if Swinney had managed to get that back within the final 3 laps. running wide
Just a
at
bit
the
late in the
duck's bill.
brakes there.
Go to Pato. Nielsen almost stable to 6th place in race 1. He's still there for race 2. Rydell in 7th. Almost embarrassing for the factory Honda team to see that privateer team
Suarez has
so
gone
close.
past Butcher there, by the way. So
Yes.
that's to 8th place.
Very good start.
Butcher's
Both
got
results
swallowed here as well by Kobayashi. That looks like to be the case. Oh, does that mean James Thompson may also have a sniff going into turn 1? I would say it's going to go 3 wide, surely not.
Jason Thompson, let's see what he does. Yep, he's got it. Butcher is needing to fight for that back. Yes, he does. Of course he does.
Already closed the door
Why
nicely
wouldn't
in
you?
turn 3 as well.
Yep. But of course, then the top speed might just be paired up. That front wheel drive with greater acceleration. But here comes the Honda by the looks of it. Can't see it. There it is.
Past Burts as well. Gasho up to 3rd place.
Gasho is definitely up to 3rd. And the Crocodile in the top 10, you can see it on the map. It's well, very close. Still very uncertain for the lead, especially if Ide fell back as far as 3rd only a few moments ago, only a few laps ago. Butcher still clinging on to the top 10 position.
Below. Slightly dropped off here for me there. Yeah.
Wurtz and Gasho. This is obviously
on the outside.
Yeah, this is exactly what they did in race 1.
They did indeed. Going into the inside now for the next hairpin. And very nicely done by Wurtz up to 3rd place.
They're heading up with 2 and a bit laps to go. The spread of cars similar to earlier, but of course we had that one big off in race 1 where Swinnock had to sort of gain and gain and gain, but it was only until the last couple of laps where he ended up getting 19th. Things are different this time around. I don't think there was any big mistakes being made, but of course the disparity between the Palou focus in 2nd and the Camish focus still trying to not get the wooden spoon at all. Webber still has that, unfortunately still glued to his pocket in dead last for the 2nd race running potentially. Not a lot of time left to do anything about it.
Gasher just getting himself there the fastest first sector there, sitting behind Wurtz, likely down to the slipstream.
It's going to be all on for the points paying positions outside the podium with a lap and a half of goodness to go.
Ide's grabbed himself the fastest lap somewhere, right?
Yeah, the start finish line.
Yeah, 42.2. That was from the previous lap. Oh, slightly wide there for Aiello, sorry, that would have been a Gasho.
That's Gasho, there's Aiello, but he didn't capitalise on it. Nielsen's already on the back of him once again.
Wurtz has now just opened a nice little gap now from Gasho after Gasho falling stone. Looks to be a very tight battle towards the bottom points paying positions there. Going out to the final braking corner.
Suarez with the cork in the bottle to Thompson and Biffle. We have one more lap to go. And it has definitely been the rise of the rookies, because the front row, despite appearances during the middle of the race, have managed to retain it as we're heading into the final knockings of the race. Ide still has the fastest lap, so it's going to be down to who's going to be quick at the final in the final lap. But with all these battles going on, we'll have to see what happens.
Down to 11th place. After being as high up as 2nd, if I remember correctly.
Was a very good start. I think the tyres on that Toyota have deteriorated. If he is going to be even trying to cling on to even points there. Swinnerton is now in 14th, so he's going to get points. So that's going to be a happy day for the privateer. But of course, let's go to Bico de Pato, the Duxby, because we've got E-Day still in the lead. There's an entire traffic jam behind him. Palou is closer than he was before. Wirtz is going to get the podium for the second time running, so that's going to be a very good look for him in the championship. But as they come out of the final corner, what on earth have we done with the championship? E-Day on his second race, Palou on his second race in the championship also, making it look very good indeed for the championship, except for Wirtz, who's going to be the championship leader, having won the championship last time around. What a race for the Tamiya boys as well. Suarez in 9th, very good start despite appearances. There's Swinnerton over the back of the Wittmann Alpha. Is he gonna? Oh, that's a shame. E-Day still on. E-Day still on for the fastest lap. We did lose a camera there. Schneider across line 19th. BMW. What do we need to do to get that back up the grid? Camish and Webber. It's going to be close. That's it. Webber once again. What a finish. And let's see what happens when we go to Barcelona for round 2, races 3 and 4. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's see you soon. I've been Adrian Michael Rees on behalf of Christian Shepherd. Good racing, everyone.
And good night.